Okay, now the key of G. Alrighty, now the key of A. Next up, the key of C. And finally, the key of D. All right, it is time to start the play along. All right, welcome everybody. Welcome to Wednesday. Are you ready for the theme song? All right, here you go.
It's time to mingle. We're gonna jingle, jangle, jingle. It's heaven sent. Ain't got to pay no rent. Strumming is your band. Man, it's Ukulele Gent. If strumming is your bent, hey, it's a Ukulele Gent.
And that is the theme song by Little Rev, who actually was here at my house last week. If you did get a chance to watch that live stream, whether you watched it live or watched the recording, I hope you liked it. If you did not get a chance to watch that, you should. It's amazing. Little Rev is amazing. It was here in my living room. Good audio, good video. An amazing performer. You really should watch it. It's on Facebook. You just go to Facebook videos and it'll be the most recent video. So I would highly recommend that. If you have like an hour and a half to just play around and enjoy, grab a drink, watch a concert, I would highly recommend that. Welcome to everybody new. I saw a couple people in the comments saying it was their first time. So welcome. We do this every Wednesday. 7 o'clock Eastern. We will play music. We'll play 9 songs. We'll announce some information about a giveaway we're doing, a pretty amazing giveaway. And we'll chat. So if you tell us who you are, where you're from, and you will make friends here. I have. And many, many people have as well. It's just a great, great community of people on Wednesday. All right. So that's it. So I mentioned the contest. So Carrie Kelly from Miamoy is going to be stopping by in just a little bit. And we're going to learn a little bit more about the contest. We're going to learn what options were voted on to build this dream ukulele. And then we're going to talk about one more selection that you'll get to make, and that's the wood. So we'll talk about all of that. How's that sound? But first, we'll play some music. So if you are new, this is what it looks like. We show the chords there. Oh, and someone asked the question, how do you know what key a song is in? By just looking at the chords. And I saw a comment that said it's usually the first and last chord. So that's often true. If you Google circle of fifths, like F-I-F-T-H-S, a fifth, circle of fifths, that really will help you because it shows if you're in this key, if you're in so let's say G, if you're looking at it, to the left and right are F and G, and then you have an A minor in there. So it tells you what chords are part of that key, and then you can compare that with the songs, the chords in the song. Sometimes when you have, a 20 chord song, it gets a little convoluted, but most songs you can look at pretty easily and figure that. The circle of fifths, don't dread that. Don't dread. And maybe we'll do a little session on that one time, Mary Lynn. Maybe so. All right. So, hopefully you hear that. I got a new microphone. You can't see it, but I got a microphone, specifically a different microphone for an instrument. So I might have to make a tweak or two. So I'm going to watch the comments, but hopefully it's a good mix of voice and you. Okay? But we might have to tweak that just a tiny bit. But last week when I was playing that Maya Moe, I was picking a couple songs and someone said that it was a little soft. So I got a different microphone to handle that. All right, are you ready? Enough talking? Yes, enough talking. Let me get a small sip. Make sure you're tuned. Are you tuned? Make sure you are tuned. One. A one. A two. A 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you have a tiny bit of echo, Pat said. Let me check on this. There should not be any echo at all. I hear here. Okay. We'll do this first song and then I'll try to look at some comments, but I think I'm set up for no echo. 1, 2. A 1, 2, 3, 4. D and G. Now, chorus. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy and there ain't no place I'm going to. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. In the jingle jangle morning, I'll come following you. Take me for a trip upon your magic swirling ship. All my senses have been stripped, and my hands can't feel to grip, and my toes too numb to step. Waiting only for my boot heels to be wandering. Stephen Lawson, funny. I'm ready to go anywhere. I'm ready for to fade unto my own parade. Cast your dancing spell my way. I promise to go under it. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy and there Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. In the jingle jangle morning, I'll come following you. All right, Stephen, I'm gonna turn on the Bob Dylan twang a little bit. Take me for a trip upon your magic swirling ship. All my senses have been stripped, and my hands can't feel to grip, and my toes too numb to step, waiting only for my boot heels to be wandering. I'm ready to go anywhere, I'm ready for today, unto my own parade. Cast your dancing spell my way, I promise to go under it. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy and there ain't no place I'm going to. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. In the jingle jangle morning, I'll come following you. All right, Ted, do I have songs with the word steam? Off the top of my head, I don't know. I'm sure there's a way I can do like some sort of word search. So I would have to get back with you on that. All right, so new folks, that's what we do. So come back next week and be sure to meet people and talk to people here, because it really is a fun group of people. We had 241 people pick options for that Mayamoe ukulele. So that's a pretty good response, I think. Again, we'll talk about that more. If you don't know what a Mayamoe ukulele is, it's a really fine instrument. So thus, we are having this amazing contest. All right, so Sunday morning is the next song. Somebody I saw in one of the comments on one of the Facebook pages asked if this was the Maroon 5 Sunday morning, and yes, it is. If you look, D minor 7, it's just a D minor with a little extra, right? And the little extra is basically that A string. It's basically a C chord where you would normally play a C chord added to a D minor. If that's a little too difficult for you, you can just play a D minor. It'll fit right in. Here we go. Sunday morning rain is falling. Steal some covers, share some skin. Clouds are shrouding us in moments unforgettable. You twist to fit the mold that I am in. But things just get so crazy, living life gets hard to do. And I would gladly hit the road, get up and go if I knew that someday it would lead me back to you. Oh, that someday it would lead me back to you. That may be all I need. And darkness, she is all I see. Come and rest your bones with me, driving slow on Sunday morning, and I never want to leave. Fingers trace your every outline, paint a picture with my hands. Back and forth we sway like branches in a storm. Oh, change the weather, still together when it ends. That may be all I need. And Darkness, she is all I see. Come and rest your bones with me. Driving slow on Sunday morning, and I never want to leave. But things just get so crazy, living life gets hard to do. And I would gladly hit the road, get up and go if I knew that someday it would lead me back to you. That someday it would lead me back to you. That may be all I need. In darkness, she is all I see. Come and rest your bones with me. Driving slow on Sunday morning, and I never want to leave. Alrighty, that is song number 2. Like I said before, we're going to do 9 songs. 9 songs. Alright, so I'm going to give you a first little bit of information on this. I need to put these in because I need to hear Carrie. So, stretch your fingers. This is only going to take just a brief moment, and then we'll get back to singing. But I wanted Carrie Kelly, he's the owner of Maiamoi, and the Luthier. He's the person making these ukuleles. So I wanted him to stop by and to say hello. Let me come back here real quick. Okay, so Carrie, ladies and gentlemen, Carrie Kelly.
Hi folks, it's Carrie Kelly here from Maiamoi Ukuleles. I wanted to introduce myself to those of you I haven't met yet, and I am very excited to be here and participating with Ukulele Gent in the Design It and Win It contest. So for those of you who've participated so far, we had a survey that went out this past week to pick the configuration of the ukulele I will be building. And very shortly now, Greg is going to announce the winning votes. So I'm looking forward to that, to see what I'll be building. There will be another round of voting, and that will be on the specific pieces of wood. So look for the link for that coming shortly from Greg at Ukulele Gent. And you'll be able to pick the specific pieces of wood for whatever the winning wood is. And so after all that's in, I will build the instrument. That will take about a month. So each week I will send a short video clip and share that with you on this Wednesday evening play along. We'll take a very brief break because you're here to play instruments, play music, but we'll take a very short brief break and show you a quick video clip of that instrument being built. But the best part is at the very end, when we're all done, one of you gets to win the instrument. So get your votes in. That's how we collect the entries for the contest. So those of you who already submitted a vote for the configuration, you have one entry in already, and it's not too late if you didn't get in the first week because we're going to have another round of voting coming up on the specific pieces of wood. So be sure to look for that. All right. So back to Greg, and looking forward to working with you all on building a new Maiamoi ukulele. Thanks. Bye.
All right. Thank you, Carrie. All right, folks. So I'm telling you, seriously, this is going to be so cool. We voted on the options. Then he's going to build it, and we're going to watch it be built. So whoever wins this, you will actually have been able to see your ukulele be created, like from scratch, which is pretty cool. Most people don't get to do that. Most people don't get to do that. All right, next song up. And so in a couple songs, we're going to talk about the options. We want to keep the music going, but we want to talk about what options were selected. Okay? All right. So next song, I'm a Believer, in the key of C. And if you're new, we have some little aids that we include in the chords and lyrics, and they're down arrows, and that's just mean a single down strum. I'm in love, ooh, I'm a believer, I couldn't leave her, right? So just single down strums in those parts. And it happens a couple spots in the song. So that's what those arrows are for. Donna, I'm glad your sound is back. All right, here we go. Are you ready? Let me make sure I'm in the proper key in my head. I'm a believer, I couldn't leave. Okay, I think I got that. I'm in love. Ooh, I'm a believer, I couldn't leave her if I tried. I thought love was only true in fairy tales, meant for someone else but not for me. Love was out to get me, that's the way it seemed. Disappointment haunted all my dreams. Then I saw her face, now I'm a believer. Not a trace of doubt in my mind. I'm in love, ooh, I'm a believer. I couldn't leave her if I tried. I thought love was more or less a given thing. Seems the more I gave, the less I got. What's the use in trying? All you get is pain. When I needed sunshine, I got rain. Then I saw her face, now I'm a believer. Not a trace, no doubt in my mind. I'm in love, ooh, I'm a believer. I couldn't leave her if I tried. Love was out to get me, that's the way it seemed. Disappointment haunted all my dreams. Then I saw her face, now I'm a believer. Not a trace of doubt in my mind. I'm in love, ooh, I'm a believer. I couldn't leave her if I tried. All right, that's song number 3, right? All right, you're getting help with songs with the word steam in them. Good. Perfect. Since I was able to provide no help whatsoever on that. All right, little country. Little hello, Lisa Webb. A little country here. This was a Randy Travis song back in the day. I always have to say this because inevitably somebody asks. The chords and lyrics that are displayed, they're every week we display them. But I also make them available to you at no charge. The only thing you have to do, there's a website called Patreon, and it does a lot of things. But if you go to patreon.com /Ukulele Gent and sign up for a free account, I will send you every week when I post them, I will send you the chords and lyrics. Can't beat that, right? So patreon.com /Ukulele Gent and free account, and you'll get that. And most weeks I usually send them out on Tuesday. I try to. People say they like to practice for the play along. I always thought the play along was practice for other things, but I'm wrong. And people want to practice. So that's why I provide those. And because of Donna Bellinger. I was going to do drums for this, but I don't think I'm gonna. All right, so this is fairly upbeat. I'm going to use probably just an island-ish strum. We'll start over. Yeah, that's about right. And I'm free. That's about the speed and about the strum. So you ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Vamp on C. You may think that I'm talking foolish. You've heard that I'm wild and I'm free. You may wonder how I can promise you now this love that I feel for you always will be. You're not just time that I'm killing. I'm no longer one of those guys. As sure as I live, this love that I give is gonna be yours until the day that I die. Oh baby, I'm gonna love you forever, forever and ever, amen. As long as old men sit and talk about the weather, as long as old women sit and talk about old men, you wonder how long I'll be faithful. I'll be happy to tell you again. I'm gonna love you forever and ever, forever and ever, amen. F, C, F. They say that time takes its toll on a body, makes the young girl's brown hair turn gray. But honey, I don't care, I ain't in love with your hair. It all fell out when I'd love you anyway. They say time can play tricks on a memory, make people forget things they knew. Well, it's easy to see, it's happening to me. I've already forgotten every woman but you. Oh darling, I'm gonna love you forever, forever and ever, amen. As long as old men sit and talk about the weather, as long as old women sit and talk about old men, you wonder how long I'll be faithful. Well, just listen to how this song ends. I'm gonna love you forever and ever, forever and ever, amen. I'm gonna love you forever and ever, ever and ever, ever and ever, forever and ever. Amen. Right? Isn't that a sweet song? Julia. Hello, Julia. Julia Kressler, who just made a comment, she was here at my home on Sunday watching Little Rev. All right. All right, what is next? Let me take a look here. Oh, yes. All right, so we do collaborations, and occasionally we have collaboration specials, and they're a tremendous amount of work. So sometimes I get a little lazy and just do one quick little collaboration. So the next song is Blowin' in the Wind. Blowin' in the Wind. 1 second. There we go. Blowin' in the Wind, if you just want to look real quick at that. And then after Blowin' in the Wind, we will talk about the options. The Maimoe, the winning options for that uke. Okay? So hang tight for this song. Blowin' in the Wind. So anyway, back to what I was saying. Collaborations. And the collaborations, you see them online. It's like a square. It's like a Brady Bunch, right? And different squares. And each square is something musical. Somebody can be playing drums, and someone on uke, and someone on vocals, and someone on tambourine. So there's a lot of different creative things that get created. So we do those pretty frequently on this Wednesday night. So Blowin' in the Wind we're going to do. And Amy. Amy helped out with Blowing in the Wind. So, Amy, thank you very much for fitting me into your busy schedule. Let's see, there it is, Blowing in the Wind. So it's going to be a normal song. You're going to play along. It's just a collaboration that was done. It was finished this morning. All right, here we go. Blowing in the Wind. Bob Dylan in the key of C, right? Key of C? No, key of G. Key of G. So here's an example, folks. The rule we heard a little while ago is most of the time a song, when it starts in a key, a chord, that's the key it's in. Well, this song starts in C. So it doesn't always work. I'd say a good chunk of the time, but just an example of one time it doesn't work. All right, Blowing in the Wind with me and Amy. Here goes.
How many roads must a man walk down before you call him a man? How many seas must a white dove sail before she sleeps in the sand? How many times must a cannonball stop before they're forever banned?
The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. How many times must a man look up before he can see the sky? How many ears must one man have before he can hear people cry? How many deaths will it take till he knows that too many people have died? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind.
How many years can a mountain exist before it is washed to sea? How many years can some people exist before they're allowed to be free? How many times can a man turn his head, pretend that he just doesn't see?
The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Yes, and that is Amy, everybody. That is Amy. Thank you, Amy, for doing that. I really appreciate it. And those, I create these backing tracks, and they're not free on Patreon. But one of the benefits, if you join Patreon and are a patron, one of the things, if you join at a certain level, you get the little backing tracks that you can play along with. And they're cool. And they help you, really, they do help you, I think, learn how to play with a band. Even though it's a track, you're still playing with the drummer, playing with the guitar, playing with the this, playing with a bass player. So they're kind of cool. Anyway, I created that. Okay, let's go. Wait, let me get this ready. 1 second. I don't need headphones anymore. And let's talk about this uke. And then we're going to come right back. This is going to last just a minute or two. And then we're going to play some more songs. Okay? So let's come here. Okay, so if you're not aware, talk to Kerry Kelly, who's the owner and luthier at Maiamoi Ukes. Super nice guy, amazing, really, really pretty instruments, and came up with this concept to build a uke and give it away. But the uke he's going to build is options that you all voted on, right? So that's really cool. And then once we know the options, we're going to pick the wood. We'll talk about that a little later. And once we pick the wood, over the next 4 weeks, Kerry's going to build it. But anyway, so these are the options that we were voting on this past week. So there was, I think, 240 or 241, something like that, people. So first option was, let's see here, was the size of the ukulele. Very few people play soprano. It's just so small. Most play, I think, that I see, play concert and tenor. But the big winner of that was a tenor. So this will be a tenor ukulele that will be built. Option number 2, and this is the big one we'll talk about a little later too, is koa. And it appears that you all really know your ukes. And koa really is kind of often deemed like the best wood. There's obviously a lot of opinions on that. But here, the clear winner in the wood category is koa. So we'll talk about your koa options later. The binding and the rosette. The binding is this part on the outside, on the edge here, the binding. And then the rosette is this little area around the sound hole. So ebony, so dark wood. Binding and rosette. Very cool. The fretboard, bridge, and neck. So the fretboard and the bridge are going to be ebony. And the neck is going to be mahogany. That was the big winner in that category. So there's some consistency. It's going to be really cool with that dark wood with the koa. The head plate. So on a Maiamoi uke, let me show that real quick. It has this very unique pattern. Every one of them has a similar pattern. This little kind of checkered wood. So this will have that. So there was wood options, but I think the obvious choice, and obviously that's what got voted for the most, was the same wood that's being used for the uke, the koa and the ebony. He'll make a head plate with that wood. So it'll be very nicely matching. And Kerry doesn't know this yet. He's probably finding this out just now. I gave him some information early on that looked like here's what's winning, but Kerry is finding this out almost at the same time you do. So I think he's probably kind of excited to know what he's going to be building. And the last is the tuners. And this is going to be black tuners, machine tuners with black buttons. And they're actually, I think they're going to be just like that. There we go. So, really, really cool options, y'all. So that is going to be it. So let's recap here. So a tenor uke made of koa, binding and rosette, ebony, ebony fretboard and bridge, mahogany neck, and then basically I'm guessing, but it's really going to be a ebony and koa head plate, and then machine tuners. So. We're going to vote this week. We'll talk about that shortly, but we'll vote this week on the wood, find out what the wood option was, the physical block of wood he's going to use, and then he's going to start building this. So it's going to take about a month, like he said just a little bit ago. Right? Isn't that going to be Deidre? It is going to be a sharp-looking ukulele. All right, so I'm pretty excited about this. So let's go back to songs here. Oh, I'm going to pick this next song. I am going to do a Travis pick, and I'm going to pick with a Maiamoi. And this is a high G. Largely, I play a low G uke. All right. So let's see here. Fields of Gold. We're going to do a song by Sting called Fields of Gold. Really nice song. And I'm just doing an outside-inside pattern. Oh, that didn't sound right. Got to get my fingers slightly accustomed to a slightly different uke. I showed the wrong timers. Did I? Well, I showed what was on mine, so if they're different, sorry about that. All right, so let's pick this. Again, it's just outside, inside. So I can show you real quick on that. I'm just picking this, G, A, C, E, and doing that in order over and over again. Okay, so let's do that. You remember me when the west wind moved upon the fields of barley. You forget the sun and his jealous sky as we walk in fields of gold. So she took her love for to gaze a while upon the fields of barley. In his arms she fell as her hair came down among the fields of gold. Right? Over and over, outside, inside. Will you stay with me? Will you be my love upon the fields of barley? We'll forget the sun and his jealous sky as we lie in fields of gold. See the west wind move like a lover's soul upon the fields of barley. Feel her body rise when you kiss her mouth among the fields of gold. I never made promises lightly, and there have been some I've broken, but I swear in the days to left we'll walk in fields of gold. Many years have passed since those summer days among the fields of barley. See the children run as the sun goes down among the fields of gold. You'll remember me when the west wind moves upon the fields of barley. You can tell the sun and his jealous sky when we walked in fields of gold. Let's let that catch up a little bit. Here we go. When we walked in fields of gold. And we're going to stretch this last line out a little bit. When we walked in the field of gold. Alright, so that's a really nice picking song. Alright, so I'm going to switch back here. Not that I couldn't strum with that one, but I wanted to pick with that one. Alright, yeah, and it is good practice for a B flat, for all you B flat haters. We have never done this song before, this next one. Heard it on the radio and just sounded like a song that could be uke, right? So I'm gonna do a chuck, just a down up chuck. If you don't know what chucking is, you can look it up on YouTube. You can go to Patreon, but look it up. It's just a percussive technique. And it's most of the way, a few spots in the song, you know it, it's going to be like. Right, we're going to do a couple of those. I'll probably stop and just point those out. And then go back to that down, up, chuck, up strum. If you want to just do a down, up, you can do that and then work on your chuck later. That is just fine. Let's talk about that for a minute too. Someone mentioned D sharp. So D sharp is what? It's the same as E flat. Okay. And that's one way you could play it. What is another way? Let me pause that for just a second and come back here. If you also wanted to, if I went back here, if you know that this is the D that most people play, right? That is the D that most people play. But another variation of a D, I can bar the entire 2nd fret and put my pinky on the 5th fret. So that's a D. When I have a chord like that, that is a movable chord. It's movable because all the strings are touched by a finger. So I can basically move this down. So if this is a D, the next one up is a D sharp. So if you wanted to play a D sharp like that, you could, because you know that this is a D. That's a D sharp. You go up one more and that's an E. Might sound a little different than the E or the D you normally play, but you could do that. Okay, so let's come back here. So that's the E flat, and you got a B minor in there. It's probably not a song for the very, very beginner. Do not get frustrated. If you can't play this song, don't give up. Just practice your chords and come back to this a little bit later. And I promise you, I saw that in the comments a little bit ago where someone said, I think it was with the Maroon 5 song, they said they could never play that song before, and this is the first time they could. So practice, and you will get there. And they said, can't remember who that was, but they said they also added a chuck in it. So impressive, very impressive. That's about the speed. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. What's the matter with the clothes I'm wearing? Can't you tell that your tie's too wide? Maybe I should buy some old tab collars. Welcome back to the age of jive. Where have you been hiding out lately, honey? You can't dress trashy till you spend a lot of money. Everybody's talking about the news, sound funny, but it's still rock and roll to me. Oh yeah. What's the matter with the car I'm driving? Can't you tell that it's out of style? Should I get a set of white wall tires? Are you gonna cruise a miracle mile? Nowadays you can't get too sentimental. Your best bet's true baby blue continental. Hot funk, cool punk, even if it's old junk, it's still rock and roll to me. And here we can do that. Oh, it doesn't matter what they say in the papers, 'cause it's always been the same old scene. There's a new band in town, but you can't get the sound from a story in a magazine. Here's your D. You can play it 2 different ways. Sing. Ain't that your average teen? And again, how about a pair of bleak sidewinders and a bright orange pair of pants? You can really be a Beau Brummel, baby, if you just give it half the chance. Don't waste your money on a new set of speakers. You get more mileage from a cheap pair of sneakers. Next fade, new wave, dance craze anyway, it's still rock and roll to me. Here it is. What's the matter with the crowd I'm seeing? Don't you know that they're out of touch? Should I try to be a straight-A student? If you are, then you think too much. Don't you know about the new fashion, honey? All you need are looks and a whole lot of money. It's the next fave new way. Dance crazy anyway, it's still rock and roll to me. Everybody's talking about the new sound funny, but it's still rock and roll to me. Alright. Yes, Anne-Marie, I agree. That is a very difficult song. I don't even think I did it well. But don't let those songs scare you. Just consider them like stretch songs, challenge songs. And one day you'll play that and be like, oh, I can play that now. So you will. All right, we just have a few left. You know what? Let me look to see what we have left. We have 2 songs left. Let's go ahead and do the wood now. Just I want to make sure people are here. So Terry Brandsma, not yet, but soon. So let me get this ready. Nope, not that. Okay, let me get this right. There we go. So, and here. Okay, I got all these buttons to push. So, we have another poll. It'll take you 10 seconds to take this this poll. These are the actual pieces of wood in Carrie's shop, the Mai shop, that we get to select from, that you get to select from. Now, these are rough cuts, but you get an idea of how different koa can look. So you will have the option to vote for the wood you want this ukulele to be made from. So Terry, if you could, Terry Brandsma's an incredible person, and I think he is going to throw that link. I'm going to make a Facebook post once this play along is over tonight. I'm going to make a Facebook post that also has the link in it. So you can just click on that link, quickly take that survey, and then next week we'll show what wood is the winner. It will be a satin finish. It's like an oil finish, I believe. And it's really, really pretty because it really shows the wood. It's not that high gloss that you'll see on some ukes. Okay, so this is a website, a form. So you'll just click on that link that Terry is going to give you. That I'll also post, vote for that wood, and then we'll tell what that is. And as soon as that happens, then Carrie is going to start building this uke. And then like 5 or 6 weeks later, we're going to give it away. Isn't that cool? I think it's just so cool. All right, so we got 2 songs left here. I like this song. This is a great little song. All right, so we got Chicken Fried. Oh, let me show the title of the song. Chicken Fried in D. We're going to start over. I'm just giving you an idea of this. I'm just doing an island drum. D, A, about that speed. That's all I'm doing. Just like that. All right. Let's do this. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. D, A, G, D, A. You know I like my chicken fried. Cold beer on a Friday night. A pair of jeans that fit just right. And the radio A, G, D, and A. Well, I was raised up beneath the shade of a Georgia pine. That's home, you know. Sweet tea, pecan pie, and homemade wine where the peaches grow. In my house, it's not much to talk about, but it's filled with love that's grown in the southern ground. and a little bit of chicken fried. Cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio like to see the sun rise. See the love in the woman's eyes, feel the touch of a precious child, know a mother's love. Well, it's funny how the simple things in life that mean the most, not where you live or what you drive or the price tag on your clothes. There's no dollar sign on a piece of mind, this I come to know. So if you agree, have a drink with me, raise your glasses for a toast to a little bit of chicken fried. Cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio like to see the sun rise. See the love in a woman's eyes, feel the touch of a precious child, know a mother's love. A, G, D, A. I thank God for my life and for the stars and stripes. May freedom forever fly. Let it ring. Salute the ones who died, the ones that give their lives so we don't have to sacrifice all the things we love, like our chicken fries, cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio like to see the sun rise. See the love in a woman's eyes, feel the touch of a precious child, I know a mother's love. Get your little chicken fried, cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio like to see the sun rise. See the love in the woman's eyes, feel the touch of a precious child, I know a mother's love. All right, we've got one more song. That's my parents saying, "Great jam, Greg." Thank you, Mom and Dad. Isn't that great when you're my age and your parents are still sending you kudos like that? Okay, the last song. So let's talk about that here too. So we play E7. Most of us play E7 like this, right? You hold here, here, and here. Let me show that. Yeah, like that. E7. But just to give you some exposure, we just talked about movable chords a few moments ago. If I can also play a D7 like this, right? Which is also the same as this. I could bar the second fret and put my finger on the third fret of the A string. Right? So that's a D7. So if I move that up one fret, once you learn your fretboard, that becomes a D sharp 7. And when I move it one more up, that becomes an E7. So if you want to start branching into playing some different chords, try that. In this song, you already know a D7, so it's the same shape. So you're not really learning anything really new. You're simply taking something you know and moving it up 2 frets. So maybe you could challenge yourself and play an E7 like that in this song. Because the more you play that, then it just becomes natural. The reason you know how to play that E7 is because you practice it. So if you play this E7 or another E7 a lot, you'll learn that one too. Jill Kranz, well, thank you very much. Glad you had fun. All right, here we go. Last song. Act naturally. So, I'm going to do that as well. They're gonna put me in the movies. They're gonna make a big star out of me. We'll make a film about a man that's sad and lonely. All you gotta do is act naturally. Well, I bet you that I'm gonna be a big star. Might win an Oscar, you can never tell. The movie's gonna make me a big star, 'cause I can play the part so well. Well, I hope you come and see me in the movies. Then I know that you will plainly see the biggest fool that's ever hit the big time. All you gotta do is act naturally. We'll make a scene about a man that's sad and lonely, begging down upon his bended knee. I'll play the part, but I won't need rehearsing. All you gotta do is act naturally. Well, I bet you that I'm gonna be a big star. Might win an Oscar, you can never tell. The movie's gonna make me a big star, 'cause I can play the part so well. Well, I hope you come and see me in the movies. Then I know that you will plainly see the biggest fool that's ever hit the big time. All you gotta do is act naturally. Oh, all you gotta do is act naturally. Alrighty, that is our last song. Folks, thanks for being here. We had a really good crowd tonight. I'll go back and read all the comments because I'm always curious what people said. So thanks for being here. Thanks for chatting with us and being friendly. And thanks for just playing along. Thank you, Carrie Kelly, again for making a quick appearance here tonight. I really appreciate that. And for all that you're going to do for this really, really cool giveaway. Just a reminder to take that link that Terry put. Also the link that I'm going to post in just a few minutes. Click on that link and fill out that survey and we'll tell you what wood wins next week. Next week we're going to unveil that and then we're off and running to do that. So tell your friends about the show. If you haven't and you feel so inclined, it helps with searches and such. If you like us or follow us on Facebook, I never thought in a million years I would be saying that, but it does help. And it helps people find this show. And people have said, why didn't I know about this sooner? So like us, follow us, and tune in next week, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, right here. Right here. So have a great week. Rest of your week. Have a super weekend. Take care of each other. Be good people. And go have fun playing music. All right. Good night, everybody. Ciao.